After a not-so-pleasant dinner with her abusive boyfriend Patrick and their friends, a girl named Anne wants to go home and calls a cab driven by a strange guy named Ian. Despite the fact that Anne wants to spend a night alone, Patrick gets into the car with her, which he soon regrets. Ian knocks him out with an electric shock, ties up the girl and drives them somewhere in the middle of nowhere, on a road that is haunted by a stray ghost. Horror movies are slowly becoming one of the most popular genres with audiences. The number of distributors who deal almost exclusively with such movies is growing, and consequently, demand is slowly beginning to exceed supply, so in pursuit of new releases, companies periodically have to, shall we say, lower the bar. The Shudder label has a lot of great horror and thrillers to its credit. In 2024 alone they released In a Violent Nature, Oddity, The Devil's Bath, Mads, Late Night with the Devil and You'll Never Find Me. But among these worthy pictures there are some smaller movies that looks like a poor relative among the big genre successes. Black Cab is just such a movie. Moreover, at first glance it's hard to understand what exactly caught the eyes of a respected distributor. Yes, director Bruce Goodison was 3 times nominated for the prestigious British award BAFTA, but only for his work for TV and not in the horror genre, and Nick Frost, who plays the main role here, of course, once was the obligatory partner of Simon Pegg on the films of Edgar Wright, but in recent years he does mostly the voice work, so it's unlikely to attract the viewer with his name on the poster. But the main thing that should have strained Shudder is the fact that such a plot in Black Cab is barely enough even for a half-hour short film, what to speak of a full-length movie. As it is supposed to be, dramaturgically the movie is divided into 3 acts, but as a thriller it more or less works only in the middle, when it comes down to the confrontation between a frightened girl, who has an immobile Patrick on her, and a sinisterly eccentric driver, who seems to be friendly, but obviously has something not very pleasant in mind for his passengers. The exposition that leads up to this part of the film certainly adds color to the protagonist's character, but fails in terms of dynamics, and the third act, when the mysticism comes to the fore, doesn't work for a number of reasons. Both because the authors could not formulate, as it seems even for themselves, what is going on here, and because the modest budget of the movie was not enough to provide it with any convincing graphics, so the ghosts here look as conventional as possible. And Goodison, frankly speaking, lacks the experience in the genre to condense the suspense at the right moments and to present potentially creepy scenes the way they deserve. As a result, Black Cab is memorable only because of the acting work of Frost and Scottish actress Synnove Karlsen, who appeared in past years in a number of notable films and TV series. Black Cab is unlikely to take any noticeable place in her filmography, but who knows, in time Karlsen may well grow into a star of global scale, and this modest trifle movie will be sought by her completest fans.